So I thought it might be fun to just chat with you guys about how I got involved in the modeling scene, which is kind of an old story because I've been doing it for quite a while. And I guess I think everybody has very different stories as far as how they started modeling or taking pictures or anything like that. So I figured you guys might want to know mine. So it all started basically when I left school. In England you leave high school when you're 16 instead of 18, like here in the US. And I went straight to college and did drama because I thought I wanted to be an actress. And after about 6 months of being in drama school, I realised I didn't want to be an actress at all, and the whole bursting into song at different intervals during the day really wasn't my bag. So so I decided to leave college, and I left, and I went back again and did to the same school and ended up doing lighting and sound because I figured I know I want to work in theatre in some way, and I felt like maybe that tech side of it was more my thing, being behind the scenes. So I did that for a while, and again I didn't really enjoy it. Technology doesn't really work that great for me. But I did do a class, and it was hair and makeup for theatre, and I absolutely loved it. It was really fun. So I ended up dropping out of college again. I'm sure my mom and dad were really proud of me. And I ended up joining a different college, and I did just a hair and makeup course, and it was a theatrical and theatre hair and makeup, and then fashion and photographic hair and makeup. I didn't do any of the Beauty cosmetology stuff because it wasn't part of the course, but I did do wig making, and that was cool. Anyways, so I was doing hair and makeup, and I was absolutely convinced I wanted to be behind the scenes, and I had always taken terrible photos myself and didn't really like being in front of the camera. So that was kind of my background, and then I got a job when I left college. I moved to Birmingham, and I got a job at a tattoo studio, which was amazing, and I was the receptionist, and then eventually they trained me to do body piercing, which was really cool, and that's kind of how I got into getting all these tattoos and all this art, because I had amazing mentors and people teaching me about the good artists and the way it should be done, and not to be impulsive and stupid when it comes to tattoos. So that was really cool. And it happened to be next door to a latex corset designer called Cyclone, I think it was. Was it Cyclone? I'm not sure if it was, but it was something along those lines. It was a long time ago. Anyways, they asked me to be in a fashion show for them, and it was at a fetish night in Birmingham. And I didn't really want to do it, but I had another friend that was doing it, and I kind of wanted to wear latex because I thought it looked cool. So I did, and it was kind of, well, it was very awesome. I had a blast. It was really fun to do the fashion show. I had a little matching outfit with my friend, and then there was a photo booth there, and there was a guy called Richard who was taking pictures of the event, and he got me and my friend to pose at the photo booth in our little latex dresses after the fashion show, and it was really fun. And then he approached me afterwards and said he had a studio at the Custard Factory, which is kind of like the arts community of Birmingham, and he'd like me to come by and do a photo shoot. And I was like, oh, a photo shoot? I don't know. Don't know how I feel about this. I've never had, like I said, I'd never taken good pictures. So I spoke to my boyfriend at the time and said, hey, so this guy wants me to do some pictures, and he was like, no, you're not doing it. I don't know why. He was in a band. I feel like, looking back, I feel like he just wanted to be in the limelight and didn't want me to be in the limelight. I don't know, but he stopped. He kind of basically told me not to do it, and that, you know, I would suffer the consequences if I did. So I didn't shoot with him, and I kind of waited and waited, and then I saw him again, the photographer, and the opportunity arose again. And by this point I was kind of over the dude and like, oh, whatever, I need to kind of grab these opportunities as they come. So I went and did a photo shoot with Richard, and it was really cool. I got to wear some stuff from the company that I did the fashion show with, and it went really well, and I really loved the pictures. And at the time, like, Suicide Girls was really big, and I was like, I want to be a Suicide Girl, which might be another reason why that ex-boyfriend didn't want me to do it. So that's kind of how I came up with the name Kandy, because I didn't want to, Kandy isn't my real name, by the way, but I didn't want to use my real name because, I don't know, I just like to keep business pleasure different, you know. So I came up with Kandy because I have, well, it was originally obviously Kandy K, because I have Kandy K's tattooed right here behind this guy, and I had this half sleeve at the time. So I chopped off the cane because I thought it sounded lame, so I just changed it to Kandy K. And then I started doing photo shoots. I ended up going to London and shooting with Tina K, who shoots for a bunch of tattoo magazines. And I shot the cover of Total Tattoo, which was a pretty major magazine in England, and I think it still is. And it all kind of fizzled off for a while because I wasn't really pursuing it. And then I moved to America. That's a whole other story in itself, which I'll save for another time. But when I moved to America, the opportunities just started flying in. Everybody, the pin-up scene over here is huge. The tattoo scene over here is huge. I shot with Andy Hartmark, who is a pretty well-known international photographer who's shot for many magazines. And that was really fun. I did like a really cool pirate picture, which I'll show you guys. And then after that, I ended up shooting with I Must Be Dead, which is a photographer out here who does very conceptual, cool stuff. And we did we met up and we did the casual sex image, which is a picture of me and my husband, very blasé, making out in our bed, reading newspapers. It kind of has a message behind it. But that got picked up by Bazaar magazine, which is a fetish magazine. It just folded recently, unfortunately, but it was kind of like my creme de la creme of magazines that I could ever be published in, because I'd read it for so long, and I just thought it was super cool. So when they printed the casual sex picture, I was like, oh my god! And then they wrote me and said that they wanted to feature me, which was insane. And I ended up shooting with Nicole Clementson, and we did a whole feature and cover of their Taboo issue. And that was pretty much like my, I think I made it moment, because it was just a really cool magazine. And then from there, I just carried on shooting with photographers, and I have never been under an agency or anything like that. I kind of think it's stupid. I don't make much money doing this as far as magazines and stuff. They don't really pay. So I'm not going to give the little cut of money that I make to somebody else. So I've always just done it myself and pursued it myself, and sent images to magazines and been like, publish me. And thankfully a lot of them have, so it's kind of so yeah, that's kind of like my story. I still shoot once in a while, not so much now. I'm getting kind of old, and I have 2 kids now and a full-time job, and I don't have so much time to do it, but when I do get to do photo shoots, it's really fun, and I do really love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little how I got into modeling story, if you haven't already read it in some interview somewhere. And let me know if you guys want to know anything more about me, because it's kind of weird talking about myself, but if you guys are interested, I'm happy to do it. So thank you guys for listening to me blabbering on about my history, and I look forward to speaking to you guys about more of my life soon. Comment below if you want to hear anything in particular, especially if you want to hear about how I met my husband and got married and all that, because that's kind of an interesting story. So yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.